In the bustling chaos of modern life, many of us find ourselves grappling with moments of inertia, where motivation flickers like a candle in the wind. Picture this. You wake up with a list of ambitious goals, ready to conquer the day. Yet, as the hours pass, distractions creep in. Social media notifications, a pile of laundry, or the allure of a cozy couch. Before you know it, the day has slipped away, leaving you feeling unproductive and frustrated. This scenario resonates with countless individuals, highlighting a common struggle. How do we reignite our drive to take action when inspiration seems distant? Stoicism, an ancient philosophy with profound relevance today, offers valuable insights into overcoming these feelings of stagnation. At its core, Stoicism teaches us that our actions define us more than our words. It encourages us to look beyond fleeting emotions and find a deeper, more stable motivation within ourselves. As the Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius wisely stated, "What drives action is motivation, and what motivates motivation is emotion." When that emotional flame flickers and wanes, Stoicism provides a guiding light, helping us navigate through the murky waters of inaction. In times of uncertainty and doubt, Stoicism urges us to embrace the principle of self-discipline. This foundational concept is not merely about resisting temptation. It is about cultivating the inner strength to align our actions with our values and long-term goals. By practicing self-discipline, we can break free from the chains of procrastination and laziness that often bind us, allowing us to forge a path toward personal growth and fulfillment. Seneca, another prominent Stoic philosopher, remarked, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor." This underscores the importance of focusing on what we can control and taking decisive actions rather than succumbing to distractions. Today, we will explore 7 Stoic lessons that empower us to take meaningful action in our lives. Each lesson serves as a stepping stone on the path to personal growth, urging us to cultivate resilience and purpose. These principles are not mere theoretical concepts. They are practical tools that can help us transform our daily struggles into opportunities for development. For example, consider the practice of setting daily intentions. By defining what you want to achieve each morning, you create a framework that guides your actions throughout the day. As we dive into these Stoic teachings, we will learn how to harness the power of self-discipline to break free from procrastination and laziness. We'll discuss the significance of cultivating good habits, embracing challenges, and taking small steps toward our goals. By grounding our actions in virtue, we can discover a sense of purpose that propels us forward in life. So, I invite you to join me on this journey of self-discovery and action. Accept this Stoic wisdom as a guide to living a life of unwavering resolve, where every challenge becomes a chance for growth. Together, let's unlock the potential within and ignite the fire of action that resides in each of us. Now, let's explore the first lesson, the power of self-discipline, where we will delve into the significance of self-control as the foundation of Stoic philosophy. Lesson 1. The power of self-discipline. In an age defined by distractions, the pursuit of self-discipline emerges as a crucial skill for achieving our goals and living a meaningful life. Imagine waking up each day with a list of intentions that highlight your aspirations, yet finding it increasingly difficult to act on them. Perhaps you desire to exercise regularly, pursue a new hobby, or dedicate time to personal development. Yet, as the day unfolds, temptations pull you in different directions, whether it's scrolling through social media, binge-watching your favorite series, or procrastinating on important tasks. This struggle is emblematic of our time, and it calls for a deeper understanding of self-discipline through the lens of Stoic philosophy. At the heart of Stoicism lies the belief that our actions define us. Marcus Aurelius, the renowned Stoic philosopher and Roman emperor, emphasized the importance of self-discipline when he stated, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." This principle teaches us that while we cannot control external circumstances, we can control our reactions and decisions. Self-discipline becomes our tool for navigating the complexities of life, empowering us to act in accordance with our values rather than succumbing to fleeting desires. Self-discipline is not merely about resisting temptation, it involves cultivating a mindset that prioritizes long-term goals over immediate gratification. The Stoics believed that true freedom arises from mastering oneself. As Epictetus, another prominent Stoic philosopher, famously stated, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This principle reinforces the idea that our responses to challenges define our character. When faced with distractions or setbacks, exercising self-control allows us to remain focused on our goals. Consider the story of a young entrepreneur who dreams of starting a successful business. Each day, she faces the challenge of balancing her full-time job with her entrepreneurial aspirations. Initially, she finds herself distracted by the comfort of her routine, often choosing to relax after work instead of dedicating time to her business plan. However, as she begins to embrace self-discipline, she sets specific goals each week, perhaps dedicating 2 evenings to research and development. Over time, these small commitments compound, leading her closer to her dream. This illustrates how self-discipline is not just about grand gestures, it's about the cumulative effect of consistent, small actions. The Stoics also teach that developing self-discipline requires practice and commitment. Seneca, another influential Stoic thinker, noted, "Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity." This quote underscores the importance of being prepared through disciplined practice. When we consistently engage in actions aligned with our values, we build a foundation for success. For instance, if you aspire to be a writer, setting aside just 15 minutes each day to write can lead to significant progress over time. As the days turn into weeks and months, those small increments of discipline can yield a completed manuscript, a testament to the power of self-discipline. To further illustrate this point, consider the example of athletes who train rigorously to achieve their goals. A marathon runner doesn't wake up one day and decide to run 26.2 miles without preparation. It requires months of training, discipline, and commitment to a structured plan. Each run, no matter how short, builds endurance and strengthens resolve. Similarly, in our lives, every small act of discipline contributes to our overall growth, reinforcing the notion that self-discipline is not an innate trait but a skill that can be cultivated. Moreover, self-discipline is intricately linked to the concept of self-control. The Stoics believed that true freedom arises from mastering oneself. Epictetus famously said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This principle emphasizes that our responses to challenges define our character. When faced with distractions or setbacks, exercising self-control allows us to remain focused on our goals. Take, for example, the practice of mindfulness. Incorporating mindfulness into your daily routine can enhance your self-discipline. By taking a few moments each day to reflect on your thoughts and emotions, you can better understand what triggers your distractions. This heightened awareness empowers you to make conscious choices, steering you back on course when the temptation to deviate arises. Mindfulness can manifest in various ways, such as through meditation, journaling, or simply spending time in nature. By developing a habit of self-reflection, you equip yourself with the tools necessary to maintain discipline. In addition, it's essential to recognize that self-discipline is a skill that can be cultivated over time. It's not about perfection, rather, it's about progress. The Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius advised, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." By nurturing positive thoughts and intentions, you create a fertile ground for self-discipline to flourish. Celebrate your victories, no matter how small. If you successfully resist the urge to procrastinate for a week, acknowledge that achievement and use it as motivation to continue. Setting clear goals is another cornerstone of cultivating self-discipline. Without a clear destination, it's easy to drift aimlessly. When you define what you want to achieve, you create a roadmap for your actions. For example, if your goal is to improve your physical health, set specific targets such as exercising 3 times a week or cooking healthy meals at home. By breaking these goals into manageable steps, you make them less overwhelming and more attainable. Accountability can also play a significant role in strengthening your self-discipline. Sharing your goals with a trusted friend or joining a community with similar aspirations can provide the support and encouragement needed to stay on track. When you know that someone else is aware of your intentions, it can motivate you to uphold your commitments. Consider forming a study group with peers or engaging in a fitness challenge with friends. Collective accountability fosters a sense of camaraderie and reinforces the importance of self-discipline. In conclusion, self-discipline is a powerful tool that allows us to take control of our lives and act in alignment with our values. As we navigate the challenges of modern life, embracing the teachings of Stoicism can help us cultivate the inner strength needed to overcome distractions and pursue our goals with determination. By practicing self-discipline, we unlock our true potential, transforming our aspirations into reality. As we move forward, let us remember the words of Marcus Aurelius, "You are a little soul carrying around a corpse." Our time is limited, and it is our duty to make the most of it. By harnessing the power of self-discipline, we can navigate life's complexities with purpose and clarity, ensuring that our actions reflect our highest ideals. Now, let's delve deeper into the next lesson, overcoming procrastination and laziness, where we will explore strategies to combat inertia and embrace purposeful action. Lesson 2. Overcoming procrastination and laziness. Procrastination and laziness are two formidable barriers that often hinder our progress and prevent us from realizing our full potential. These tendencies are not just obstacles to productivity, they represent deeper challenges that can affect our personal growth and overall well-being. In the realm of Stoic philosophy, overcoming procrastination and laziness requires a shift in mindset and a commitment to self-discipline. Imagine a scenario where you have an important project due at work or a personal goal you are passionate about. The deadline looms closer, yet instead of diving into the work, you find yourself scrolling through social media or binge-watching your favorite series. The initial excitement fades, replaced by a sense of guilt and frustration. This cycle of avoidance is all too familiar for many, and it highlights the struggle between our desires for immediate gratification and the pursuit of long-term fulfillment. The Stoics believed that the key to overcoming procrastination lies in recognizing the present moment as our only true reality. Marcus Aurelius expressed this idea when he stated, "Do not waste time on what you cannot control or change." By focusing on the present and taking action in the here and now, we can break free from the paralysis of procrastination. The Stoic mindset encourages us to confront our tasks head-on, rather than allowing fear or uncertainty to dictate our actions. One powerful antidote to procrastination is the practice of mindfulness. Mindfulness involves cultivating awareness of our thoughts and feelings, allowing us to identify when we are falling into patterns of avoidance. For example, consider taking a few minutes each day to reflect on your thoughts and emotions. When you notice the urge to procrastinate, pause and ask yourself, what is driving this behavior? Is it fear of failure, perfectionism, or simply the allure of instant gratification? By acknowledging these triggers, you can develop strategies to counter them. Another effective technique is to break tasks into smaller, manageable steps. The Stoics understood that large endeavors can often feel overwhelming, leading to avoidance. By dividing a project into smaller components, you create a clear pathway forward. For instance, if you have a report to write, start by outlining the main points, then focus on drafting one section at a time. Celebrate each small victory along the way, as these accomplishments build momentum and reinforce your sense of progress. Seneca, a prominent Stoic philosopher, offered insightful guidance on the topic of procrastination. He famously noted, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor." This quote emphasizes that excessive desire for perfection or the ideal conditions can lead to inaction. Instead of waiting for the perfect moment to start, the Stoics encourage us to take action with the resources we have at hand. By adopting a mindset of good enough, we can overcome the fear of imperfection that often leads to procrastination. Additionally, establishing clear priorities can help combat procrastination. When faced with multiple tasks, it's easy to feel overwhelmed and unsure of where to focus your energy. Create a list of your responsibilities and categorize them based on urgency and importance. This practice aligns with the Stoic principle of distinguishing between what we can control and what we cannot. By concentrating on the most pressing tasks, you can direct your efforts more effectively and reduce the temptation to procrastinate. Accountability is another critical factor in overcoming procrastination. Sharing your goals with a trusted friend or colleague can provide the support and encouragement needed to stay on track. When others are aware of your intentions, it creates a sense of responsibility that can motivate you to uphold your commitments. Consider forming accountability partnerships where you check in with each other regularly to discuss progress and challenges. This collaborative approach fosters a sense of community and reinforces the importance of taking action. Moreover, embracing discomfort is a fundamental aspect of overcoming procrastination. The Stoics believed that facing challenges head-on, including the discomfort of starting a task, is essential for personal growth. Instead of avoiding discomfort, view it as an opportunity for development. For example, if you find it challenging to initiate a workout routine, remind yourself that the initial resistance is a natural part of the process. Embracing this discomfort can lead to greater resilience and a sense of accomplishment. Incorporating routines into your daily life can also combat procrastination. Establishing a consistent schedule helps create structure and reduces the likelihood of distractions. For instance, if you set aside specific times for focused work, you train your mind to become accustomed to productivity during those hours. As you build this habit, it becomes easier to resist the temptation to procrastinate. Furthermore, practicing gratitude can enhance motivation and combat laziness. Reflecting on what you are grateful for shifts your focus from what you lack to what you have. This positive mindset can inspire you to take action as you recognize the opportunities available to you. Consider keeping a gratitude journal where you note down 3 things you appreciate each day. This simple practice can help cultivate a sense of abundance and motivate you to pursue your goals. In conclusion, overcoming procrastination and laziness requires a multifaceted approach rooted in Stoic principles. By cultivating mindfulness, breaking tasks into manageable steps, and prioritizing our responsibilities, we can combat the inertia that often holds us back. Embracing discomfort, establishing accountability, and practicing gratitude further enhance our ability to take action. As we move forward in this exploration of Stoic wisdom, let us remember the teachings of Seneca. The whole future lies in uncertainty. Live immediately. Our time is precious, and it is our responsibility to make the most of it. By applying these principles to our lives, we can transcend procrastination and laziness, paving the way for a more fulfilling and purposeful existence. Now, let's delve deeper into the next lesson. Lesson 3, Cultivating Good Habits, where we will explore the significance of developing positive routines and practices that lead to personal growth. Lesson 3, Cultivating Good Habits. In the pursuit of personal growth and a fulfilled life, cultivating good habits stands as a cornerstone of success. Habits shape our daily actions and, ultimately, the trajectory of our lives. The Stoics understood the profound impact of habitual behavior, recognizing that our actions, repeated consistently, define our character. As Aristotle wisely noted, "We are what we repeatedly do." Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. This insight emphasizes that the pursuit of excellence is grounded in the cultivation of positive habits over time. To understand the power of habits, consider the story of a young professional who aspires to improve her health. Initially overwhelmed by the prospect of adopting a completely new lifestyle, she realizes that drastic changes are often unsustainable. Instead, she decides to start small, incorporating one healthy habit at a time. For instance, she begins by drinking a glass of water each morning upon waking. This simple act not only hydrates her body but also sets a positive tone for the day. As she continues to build on this small habit, she adds another, taking a brisk 10-minute walk during her lunch break. Over time, these small changes accumulate, leading her to make healthier food choices and eventually engage in more regular exercise. This gradual approach illustrates the Stoic principle of progress over perfection. By focusing on small, manageable improvements, we can create a solid foundation for lasting change. The Stoics believed that our habits reflect our values and desires. As Seneca stated, "The mind is like a monster. It can be made to serve or to rebel." This highlights the importance of intentionally shaping our habits to align with our core values. When we cultivate habits that resonate with our principles, we create an environment conducive to personal growth. For example, if one values lifelong learning, establishing a daily reading habit can transform knowledge acquisition into a rewarding routine. To cultivate good habits effectively, it is essential to practice self-reflection. Take time to assess your current habits and consider which ones serve you well and which may hinder your growth. Journaling can be a powerful tool in this process. By documenting your thoughts and feelings about your habits, you gain clarity about your motivations and areas for improvement. Reflecting on your progress can also reinforce positive behaviors as you celebrate milestones along the way. Another crucial aspect of habit formation is the concept of triggers or cues. Successful habits often rely on specific prompts that remind us to take action. For instance, if you want to develop a habit of meditation, you might choose to meditate right after brushing your teeth each morning. By linking this new habit to an existing routine, you create a cue that reinforces the behavior. The Stoics recognized the power of routine, understanding that consistency is key to building lasting habits. Moreover, accountability can significantly enhance your ability to cultivate good habits. Sharing your goals with a friend, family member, or accountability partner creates a support system that encourages you to stay committed. When others are aware of your intentions, it adds an element of responsibility. For example, if you want to establish a habit of exercising regularly, consider finding a workout buddy who shares your goals. Together, you can motivate each other, celebrate achievements, and navigate challenges. As you work to cultivate good habits, it's essential to be patient with yourself. Change takes time, and setbacks are a natural part of the process. The Stoics remind us that the path to self-improvement is not linear. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This quote encapsulates the Stoic belief that obstacles can serve as opportunities for growth. Instead of viewing setbacks as failures, embrace them as valuable lessons that contribute to your development. In addition to patience, adopting a growth mindset is vital in cultivating good habits. This mindset encourages you to view challenges as opportunities for learning rather than insurmountable barriers. For instance, if you struggle with consistency in your writing habit, instead of becoming discouraged, approach it as a chance to explore what might be holding you back. Perhaps you need to adjust your writing environment or set more realistic goals. By embracing a growth mindset, you empower yourself to adapt and improve. Consider the example of a musician who aspires to master an instrument. Initially, the process may feel daunting, and progress may seem slow. However, by committing to daily practice, no matter how brief, this musician gradually develops their skills. Each practice session builds upon the last, reinforcing muscle memory and fostering improvement. Similarly, in our lives, every small effort contributes to our overall growth. The key is to remain consistent and dedicated to the process. As we reflect on the Stoic teachings regarding the cultivation of good habits, let's also acknowledge the significance of celebrating progress. Recognizing and rewarding yourself for the small victories along the way reinforces positive behavior. For example, if you successfully maintain a new habit for a month, treat yourself to something special, a favorite meal, a day off, or an activity you enjoy. This practice not only reinforces the habit, but also instills a sense of accomplishment. In conclusion, cultivating good habits is a fundamental aspect of personal growth and self-improvement. By embracing the Stoic principles of consistency, self-reflection, and accountability, we can create a framework for lasting change. Our habits shape our actions, and our actions define our character. As we navigate the complexities of life, let us remember the wisdom of Aristotle. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. As we move forward in this exploration of Stoic wisdom, let us commit to fostering positive habits that align with our values and aspirations. By doing so, we empower ourselves to lead lives of purpose, fulfillment, and excellence. Now, let's delve deeper into the next lesson. Lesson 4. Embracing Challenges, where we will explore how to view obstacles as opportunities for growth and resilience. Lesson 4. Embracing Challenges. Life is an unpredictable journey filled with its fair share of challenges and obstacles. For many, these challenges can evoke feelings of frustration, fear, or even hopelessness. However, the Stoics teach us that challenges are not merely obstacles to overcome, they are opportunities for growth and self-discovery. Embracing challenges is a fundamental aspect of Stoic philosophy, and it requires a shift in mindset that can transform our approach to adversity. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus famously stated, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This profound insight underscores the Stoic belief that our responses to challenges define our character and determine our path forward. Instead of viewing difficulties as burdens, we can choose to see them as valuable lessons that contribute to our development. Consider the story of a young man named Alex who faces significant setbacks in his career. After years of hard work, he is unexpectedly laid off from his job. Initially, Alex feels defeated, his confidence shaken, and his future uncertain. However, after reflecting on the Stoic teachings, he decides to reframe his situation. Instead of succumbing to despair, he views this challenge as an opportunity to reevaluate his career goals and pursue his passion for graphic design. Through persistence and determination, Alex enrolls in design courses, builds a portfolio, and eventually lands a job in a field he genuinely loves. This transformation exemplifies how embracing challenges can lead to positive outcomes. The Stoics believe that adversity is a teacher, a rigorous instructor that reveals our strengths and weaknesses. Challenges force us to confront our limitations and inspire us to push beyond them. When we face difficulties, we have the opportunity to cultivate resilience and fortitude, essential qualities for personal growth. As Marcus Aurelius wisely said, the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. This perspective encourages us to lean into our challenges rather than shy away from them. To fully embrace challenges, we must adopt a proactive mindset. This involves recognizing that we have the power to influence our reactions and outcomes. When faced with a challenge, ask yourself, what can I learn from this situation? How can I grow stronger as a result? By shifting our focus from the problem to the potential solutions, we empower ourselves to take action. For example, imagine you are preparing for a major presentation at work. As the date approaches, anxiety begins to creep in. Instead of allowing fear to paralyze you, embrace the challenge by preparing thoroughly. Practice your presentation multiple times, seek feedback from colleagues, and visualize yourself succeeding. By actively confronting the challenge, you transform anxiety into confidence and resilience. The Stoics also emphasized the importance of accepting what we cannot change, a concept known as amor fati, or love of fate. This idea encourages us to embrace our circumstances, recognizing that life's unpredictability is an inherent part of the human experience. Instead of resisting challenges, we can learn to accept them with grace. As Epictetus stated, accept the things to which fate binds you and love the people with whom fate brings you together. This acceptance fosters inner peace and allows us to focus our energy on what truly matters, our reactions and choices. Another crucial element of embracing challenges is cultivating a support system. Surrounding ourselves with individuals who uplift and encourage us can make a significant difference in our ability to navigate difficulties. Sharing our struggles with trusted friends or mentors not only provides perspective but also reinforces our commitment to personal growth. When we have a support system, we are reminded that we are not alone in our challenges. Consider the example of a group of entrepreneurs who come together to share their experiences and support one another in their ventures. By discussing their challenges openly, they gain insights and encouragement that help them overcome obstacles. This collaborative approach exemplifies the Stoic belief in the power of community and shared wisdom. Additionally, it is essential to practice self-compassion when facing challenges. Often, we can be our harshest critics, berating ourselves for perceived failures or shortcomings. The Stoics remind us that we are all human and setbacks are a natural part of the journey. Practicing self-compassion involves treating ourselves with the same kindness and understanding we would offer a friend in a similar situation. By acknowledging our struggles without judgment, we create a nurturing environment that fosters growth and resilience. As we navigate challenges, it's also important to cultivate gratitude. Reflecting on what we appreciate in our lives can shift our perspective and help us find meaning in adversity. For example, when faced with a setback, take a moment to consider the lessons you have learned and the strengths you have developed as a result. Gratitude allows us to reframe challenges as opportunities for growth rather than insurmountable problems. In conclusion, embracing challenges is a fundamental aspect of Stoic philosophy that promotes personal growth and resilience. By shifting our mindset to view challenges as opportunities, we cultivate the strength to navigate life's uncertainties. The teachings of Stoicism encourage us to accept what we cannot change, take proactive steps in the face of adversity, and foster supportive relationships. As we continue our exploration of Stoic wisdom, let us remember the words of Marcus Aurelius: "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this and you will find strength. By embracing challenges with courage and determination, we can transform obstacles into stepping stones on our path to personal growth. Now, let's delve deeper into the next lesson. Lesson 5, the importance of small steps, where we will explore how taking incremental actions can lead to significant progress and achievement. Lesson 5, the importance of small steps. In the pursuit of our goals, whether they be personal, professional, or academic, the concept of progress can often seem daunting. We may envision grand achievements and significant milestones, but the path to success is rarely linear. Instead, it is often characterized by a series of small, incremental steps that build momentum over time. The Stoics recognized the importance of this gradual approach, teaching us that every significant journey begins with a single step. Consider the life of a young woman named Sarah who dreams of running a marathon. The idea of completing 26.2 miles can be overwhelming, especially for someone who has never run long distances before. At first glance, the goal appears insurmountable. However, Sarah decides to break this ambitious goal into smaller, manageable steps. She starts by committing to a consistent routine of walking for 20 minutes each day. As she becomes more comfortable with this new habit, she gradually increases her walking distance and transitions to jogging. Each week, she sets a new, achievable target, perhaps running for 5 minutes without stopping or gradually increasing her distance to a mile. Over time, these small steps accumulate, and Sarah finds herself not only completing a 5K but also training for a full marathon. This story exemplifies the Stoic principle that progress is made through consistent, deliberate actions. The Stoic philosopher Seneca emphasized this notion when he said, "A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step." This quote captures the essence of taking action, no matter how small. The key to achieving our goals lies in recognizing that every step, no matter how minor, contributes to our overall progress. By focusing on what we can do today, we empower ourselves to move closer to our aspirations. One effective approach to cultivating small steps is to establish clear, specific goals. Instead of setting vague objectives like, "I want to be healthier," consider defining your goals in measurable terms. For example, aim to exercise 3 times a week for 30 minutes or prepare 2 home-cooked meals each week. By articulating your goals clearly, you create a roadmap that guides your actions and helps you stay focused. Additionally, it's essential to practice self-discipline when embarking on these small steps. The Stoics believed that self-discipline is foundational to personal growth. As Marcus Aurelius noted, you have power over your mind, not outside events. This reminder encourages us to take ownership of our actions and choices. When we commit to small steps, we exercise our ability to control our responses and decisions, reinforcing our resolve to pursue our goals. Moreover, the cumulative effect of small actions can lead to significant transformations over time. Consider the example of a writer who aspires to complete a novel. Instead of overwhelming herself with the idea of writing a full book, she commits to writing just 300 words each day. At first, this may feel like a minimal contribution, but over the course of a year, those daily efforts can result in a completed manuscript. This illustrates the Stoic belief that progress is achieved through consistent effort, no matter how small. Another important aspect of taking small steps is the principle of patience. In our fast-paced world, we often seek immediate results and instant gratification. However, the Stoics remind us that meaningful change takes time and requires perseverance. Seneca wisely advised, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor." By cultivating patience and focusing on the process rather than the outcome, we allow ourselves to grow and develop at our own pace. To further illustrate this point, think about a gardener tending to a young plant. Initially, the plant may seem fragile and insignificant, but with consistent care, watering, sunlight, and nourishment, it gradually flourishes. Similarly, our small steps toward our goals require nurturing and time to develop. By committing to the process and being patient with ourselves, we create an environment conducive to growth. In addition, accountability can enhance the effectiveness of taking small steps. Sharing your goals with a trusted friend or mentor can provide the support and encouragement needed to stay committed. When you express your intentions to someone else, it fosters a sense of responsibility. For example, if you aim to read one book each month, consider joining a book club. The shared commitment to reading encourages you to stay on track and engage with others in meaningful discussions. Moreover, celebrating small victories along the way is essential for maintaining motivation. Acknowledge and reward yourself for each step you take toward your goal. If you complete a week of consistent exercise or finish a chapter of your writing project, take a moment to reflect on your progress and treat yourself to something special. This practice reinforces positive behavior and reminds you of the importance of your journey. As we continue to explore the Stoic teachings on the importance of small steps, let us also recognize the value of reflection. Regularly assess your progress and adjust your goals as needed. What worked well? What challenges did you encounter? By reflecting on your experiences, you gain valuable insights that inform your future actions. This iterative process of setting goals, taking small steps, and reflecting on progress embodies the Stoic approach to personal growth. In conclusion, the importance of small steps cannot be overstated in the pursuit of our goals and aspirations. The Stoics teach us that progress is made through consistent, deliberate actions and that every significant journey begins with a single step. By establishing clear goals, practicing self-discipline, cultivating patience, and celebrating small victories, we empower ourselves to navigate the path toward personal growth and fulfillment. As we move forward in this exploration of Stoic wisdom, let us remember the words of Marcus Aurelius: "The universe is change, our life is what our thoughts make it." By embracing the power of small steps, we can transform our aspirations into reality, one step at a time. Now, let's delve deeper into the next lesson. Lesson 6, Embracing Purpose Through Virtue, where we will explore how aligning our actions with our core values can provide meaning and direction in our lives. Lesson 6, Embracing Purpose Through Virtue. In the quest for a meaningful life, the concept of virtue plays a central role in Stoic philosophy. Virtue is not merely an abstract ideal, it is the foundation upon which we build our purpose and navigate our daily actions. The Stoics believe that true fulfillment comes from living in alignment with our core values and principles, guiding our decisions and shaping our character. As the Stoic philosopher Seneca wisely stated, a good character, like a good tree, is not only known by its fruits but by its roots. To embrace purpose through virtue, we first must define what virtue means to us. The Stoics identified 4 cardinal virtues: wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. Each of these virtues serves as a compass, guiding our actions and decisions in the pursuit of a meaningful life. By reflecting on these virtues, we can align our actions with our values, ensuring that we live authentically and purposefully. Let's consider the virtue of wisdom. Wisdom involves understanding the nature of reality and making sound decisions based on reason and knowledge. In a world filled with distractions and misinformation, cultivating wisdom becomes paramount. For instance, imagine you are faced with a significant decision at work that could impact your career trajectory. Instead of rushing to make a choice based on fear or external pressure, take a step back to evaluate the situation. Engage in critical thinking, seek advice from mentors, and weigh the potential outcomes. By applying the virtue of wisdom, you empower yourself to make informed decisions that align with your long-term goals. Courage, another essential virtue, is the ability to confront challenges and fears head-on. Stoicism teaches us that life is fraught with uncertainties, and it is natural to experience fear when faced with adversity. However, embracing courage allows us to act despite our fears. Consider the example of a public speaker who struggles with anxiety before addressing an audience. Instead of allowing fear to paralyze her, she acknowledges her feelings and embraces the courage to step onto the stage. By facing her anxiety, she not only enhances her speaking skills but also inspires others to confront their own fears. Justice, the 3rd cardinal virtue, emphasizes fairness and integrity in our interactions with others. Living justly means treating others with respect and compassion, ensuring that our actions contribute positively to the well-being of those around us. For instance, imagine you are part of a team project at work. By embracing the virtue of justice, you actively listen to your teammates, acknowledge their contributions, and ensure that everyone's voice is heard. This commitment to justice fosters collaboration and strengthens relationships, ultimately leading to a more harmonious and productive work environment. Temperance, the 4th cardinal virtue, is the practice of moderation and self-control. In a world that often encourages excess and indulgence, embracing temperance allows us to cultivate balance in our lives. This virtue is particularly relevant in our modern society where instant gratification can lead to unhealthy habits. For example, if you find yourself frequently consuming junk food or spending excessive time on social media, practicing temperance involves setting boundaries and making conscious choices. By embracing moderation, you create space for healthier habits that align with your values. To truly embrace purpose through virtue, it is essential to engage in regular self-reflection. Take time to assess your actions and decisions. Ask yourself, are my choices aligned with my values? Am I living in accordance with the virtues I hold dear? This practice of self-reflection allows you to identify areas for improvement and recommit to your purpose. Journaling can be an effective tool for this process. By documenting your thoughts and experiences, you gain clarity about your motivations and the impact of your actions on your life and those around you. Additionally, cultivating a sense of gratitude can enhance your ability to embrace purpose through virtue. Gratitude shifts your focus from what you lack to what you have, fostering a positive mindset. When you express gratitude for the virtues you embody, you reinforce your commitment to living a virtuous life. Consider keeping a gratitude journal where you note down moments that reflect your values, instances of wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance in action. This practice not only reinforces your sense of purpose but also encourages you to seek opportunities to embody these virtues in the future. The community we engage with plays a significant role in our ability to embrace purpose through virtue. Surrounding ourselves with individuals who share similar values can inspire us to live more authentically. Consider joining groups or organizations that align with your principles, whether it's a volunteer organization, a book club focused on ethics, or a fitness community that emphasizes holistic well-being. By surrounding yourself with like-minded individuals, you create an environment that nurtures your commitment to living virtuously. Moreover, the Stoics remind us that purpose is often found in service to others. Marcus Aurelius emphasized the interconnectedness of humanity when he wrote, "What is not good for the swarm is not good for the bee." This principle highlights that our actions should not only benefit ourselves but also contribute to the greater good. Embracing purpose through virtue often involves seeking ways to uplift and empower those around us. Whether through acts of kindness, mentorship, or community service, our commitment to justice and compassion enhances our sense of purpose and fulfillment. As we navigate life's complexities, it is important to remember that embracing purpose through virtue is an ongoing journey. Perfection is not the goal, rather, it is the commitment to continuous growth and self-improvement. The Stoics understood that we are all works in progress, and it is through our efforts to embody virtue that we cultivate a meaningful existence. In conclusion, embracing purpose through virtue is a powerful framework for living a fulfilling life. By aligning our actions with the cardinal virtues of wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance, we create a solid foundation for personal growth and meaningful relationships. Through self-reflection, gratitude, and community engagement, we can nurture our commitment to living authentically and purposefully. As we move forward in this exploration of Stoic wisdom, let us remember the words of Seneca, "It is not the man who has little, but the man who craves more, that is poor." By embracing our virtues and living in accordance with our values, we can cultivate a life rich in purpose and fulfillment. Now, let's delve deeper into the next lesson. Lesson 7. Simplifying Life, where we will explore how incremental actions can lead to significant progress and achievement. Lesson 7. Simplifying Life. In a world that often feels chaotic and overwhelming, the concept of simplicity can serve as a powerful antidote to the noise of modern life. The Stoics believed that a simplified life allows us to focus on what truly matters, freeing us from unnecessary distractions and enabling us to live with purpose. Embracing a minimalist mindset is not just about decluttering our physical spaces, it is about fostering clarity and intentionality in all aspects of our lives. As the Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius stated, simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. This idea underscores the profound value of living simply and deliberately. To begin simplifying your life, it is essential to assess the areas that may be contributing to your sense of overwhelm. Consider the various commitments, possessions, and distractions that fill your days. Are there activities or obligations that no longer serve your goals or values? For many, the constant barrage of notifications from smartphones, social media, and emails can create a sense of urgency that distracts from more meaningful pursuits. Practicing mindfulness can help you identify these distractions, allowing you to make conscious choices about how to allocate your time and energy. One practical example of simplifying your life is to evaluate your digital consumption. In today's hyper-connected world, it's easy to fall into the trap of mindlessly scrolling through social media feeds or checking emails multiple times a day. Instead, consider setting boundaries around your digital habits. Designate specific times for checking emails or engaging with social media and stick to those limits. By creating boundaries, you free up mental space and time for activities that contribute to your well-being, such as reading, exercising, or spending quality time with loved ones. The Stoics emphasized the importance of focusing on what is within our control. This principle aligns with the idea of simplifying our lives by letting go of the things that we cannot change. For example, if you find yourself worrying about external circumstances, such as the actions of others or global events, recognize that these factors are beyond your control. Instead, redirect your energy toward the aspects of your life that you can influence. As Epictetus wisely noted, it is not the things themselves that disturb us, but our opinions about them. By reframing your perspective, you can cultivate a sense of peace and clarity. Another key aspect of simplifying life is decluttering your physical space. Our environments significantly impact our mental and emotional well-being. A cluttered space can lead to a cluttered mind, making it challenging to focus and find peace. Begin by assessing your belongings and asking yourself whether each item adds value to your life. If something no longer serves a purpose or brings you joy, consider letting it go. This process of decluttering can be liberating and can create a sense of calm in your living environment. For instance, if you tackle a specific room in your home, begin by sorting items into categories: keep, donate, and discard. As you clear out unnecessary items, you may find that your living space feels more open and inviting. This newfound clarity can enhance your ability to concentrate on the things that truly matter, enabling you to engage more fully in your daily activities. Furthermore, the Stoics teach us the value of cultivating gratitude as a means of simplifying our lives. When we focus on what we appreciate, we shift our attention away from what we lack. Consider keeping a gratitude journal where you write down 3 things you are thankful for each day. This practice not only fosters a positive mindset but also helps you recognize the abundance already present in your life. By cultivating gratitude, you create a mental environment that encourages simplicity and contentment. Additionally, establishing a daily routine can contribute to a simplified life. Routines provide structure and predictability, reducing decision fatigue and creating space for intentional actions. For example, consider incorporating a morning routine that includes time for reflection, exercise, and healthy breakfast. By starting your day with purpose, you set a positive tone that carries throughout the rest of your day. The Stoics believe that our time is our most valuable resource. By simplifying our lives and focusing on what truly matters, we can make the most of our limited time. As Marcus Aurelius advised, waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. This quote emphasizes the importance of taking action and living in accordance with our values rather than getting caught up in theoretical discussions. Moreover, embracing simplicity can extend to our relationships. Consider evaluating the connections in your life and whether they contribute positively to your well-being. Are there relationships that drain your energy or create unnecessary drama? By surrounding yourself with individuals who uplift and support you, you create an environment conducive to personal growth. Simplifying your social circle can lead to deeper, more meaningful connections that align with your values. In addition to simplifying your relationships, consider the importance of setting boundaries. In our quest to be accommodating and helpful, we may overcommit ourselves, leading to feelings of overwhelm. The Stoics encourage us to recognize our limits and communicate them clearly. By setting boundaries around your time and energy, you create space for the things that truly matter, allowing you to engage more fully in your commitments. In conclusion, embracing simplicity in our lives is a powerful practice that fosters clarity, focus, and fulfillment. The Stoics teach us that by letting go of distractions, decluttering our environments, and focusing on what truly matters, we can cultivate a life rich in purpose. By practicing gratitude, establishing routines, and setting boundaries, we empower ourselves to navigate life's challenges with grace and intention. As we continue our exploration of Stoic wisdom, let us remember the words of Epictetus. Don't explain your philosophy. Embody it. By embracing simplicity and living in alignment with our values, we can create lives that reflect our true selves and inspire others to do the same. As we conclude our journey through the 7 Stoic lessons, it is essential to synthesize the key insights that serve as guiding principles for purposeful living. Each lesson has provided us with valuable tools to navigate the complexities of life, cultivate resilience, and align our actions with our core values. The power of self-discipline. We learned that self-discipline is the foundation of Stoic philosophy, empowering us to control our reactions and make choices aligned with our values.